Why almost every serial killer is a male. A leading theory for this phenomenon is that men are simply more violent than women. In the world, men are arrested at almost 4 times the rate as women for violent crimes. Another theory regarding why there are more male serial killers rests on the recurring finding in clinical psychology that men are more likely to have paraphilias, atypical turn ons, than women. This theory is especially pertinent in cases where sexual desire appears to have been a prime motive. Only 8.6% of known US serial killers are female. In terms of motive, composite data shows that almost 70% of female serial killers acted for financial gain. In contrast, only 28.8% of male serial killers were motivated by financial gain. This is still the largest single motive for all serial killing, but close behind is killing for sexual pleasure, which comes in at 27.3%. For both male and female serial killers, involvement in organized crime, including gangs, mobs, etc., was the lowest recorded reason for serial killing, comprising 6.2% of known male serial killers and 0.5% of known female serial killers. For one, the estimated rate of male psychopathy is 3%. For women, it's around 1%. A very high percentage of serial killers are psychopaths. I suspect that we might eventually find out that the rates are pretty similar in women and men, and that women are just better at flying under the radar and not acting out in ways that would make them diagnosed and/or incarcerated. We are already finding out that autism, another formerly typically male neurotype, is almost as common in women as it is in men. Women have been just avoiding diagnoses because they are much more driven to fit in, and they learn to mask better. So they don't present in such obvious ways as men do. It sounds only likely to me that it might be the same case with sociopathy as psychopathy. Because serial killing is frequently a power fantasy, even occasionally non-sexually, and men are more prone to having and acting out these power fantasies. This ties into a larger question about violent crime that I do think warrants a real discussion at some point. I don't think we as a society are possibly ready to objectively break it down, but I'm eager to read about it when we get there. It's easy to point at something like testosterone or poor parenting and say that's the culprit. But it's definitely more nuanced than that. Not every man is a murderer. Not every child abuse victim is a murderer. I think about this question a lot, because frankly it's way too much of a pattern to ignore. There is absolutely something there that we all need to talk about. In the US, 89.36% of all known homicide culprits in 2011 were male. That's a staggering number. Men are on average more aggressive than women. For people close to the average, it isn't a significant difference, but if you only select the top 0.1% most aggressive population, the vast majority will be men. This is a simple mathematical phenomenon. I don't think the gender difference is the key subject to focus on in reducing violent crime. Although, of course, they are gender-specific societal influences that could amplify violent behavior, I am guessing that it is secondary to more underlying issues that we can address. It's more psychological than biological. Cannot be simply attributed to size and strength, due to the other crimes, bad behaviors that men vastly outnumber women in. For example, suicide, gambling, drug abuse, risky behavior such as reckless driving. These are all areas dominated by men, and they do not require strength or size. The issue is emotional reactivity. Men are less likely to talk about their feelings, admit they need help, and much more likely to try to bottle up their emotions to preserve their masculinity, and then they explode. I don't think that's an inherent, biological trait. I think that's an issue of socialization and poor emotional intelligence.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next exciting video.